As you can see from our ancient oak trees, we're well into December, and that's a problem for us because we've got no heating. We've got 3 chimneys, 2 of them are currently in use, and basically they're open to the elements, and also the chimneys were leaking. We saw smoke evidence on some of the plasterwork, and when we chipped the plasterwork off, yeah, they were definitely leaking. So what we're currently going to do is we're going to line the chimneys and make sure they're not leaking at all, and we're going to cap the top of the chimneys as well, and we're going to put sort of spinning caps on the top of those liners will actually suck the smoke up out the liners as well. So yeah, got lots of work to do. This little metal trapdoor on the side of our house is a rodding hatch, and it is a good 2 meters to the side, if I pan up, to the centre of our house. Now around about where that ladder is a bit of an S-bend. Now if it wasn't for that S-bend, our chimney is absolutely huge. Now if it wasn't for the middle of that S-bend in the middle, there would be a clear free fall to the bottom. I mean, it is, you know, it's huge, so I would probably, you know, drop to the bottom without touching the side. Now there's also a bit of a problem with our chimney, and it's, see here, there's bits of wood lining our chimney. So yeah, those bits of wood present a bit of a problem in that our chimney, you know, would literally catch fire. So that's why we've got to line it with a steel liner or stainless steel. So yeah, problems. There's 6.5 meters of this stainless steel chimney liner to go up the flue, and what you have to do is paste all the joints, join them together, and then they basically have to go up this tiny little sort of like hole there, and as you do it you get pelted with all the gravel and the flue. And the reason why we're doing it is because you're not going to be able to see out there. I was going to try and show you, but our chimney is wood lined. Yeah, great idea. But once it's all finished, we're going to shift the stove back across to the centre, and hopefully before we do that, we're going to clean all these stones here with a bit of hydrochloric acid solution, and hopefully that's going to bring them up nice and clean, because they're still a little bit sooty, but that's the plan anyway. I'm really excited. I just can't get it out of the box. Yay! Postman has bought me a present. You don't know what this means, but this is a universal joint for our heater, and you just don't know what this means. It is what, 6-7 degrees outside today, but feels like 3 or something, isn't it? It is pretty chilly outside, and this means we can finally get our log burner running. So what you do is you get one half. I haven't loosened it off properly, as you can see, but you get the top half and you swivel it around like so, and it goes between 0 and 45 degrees, and we want an angle of 12.7, so which is not much. It's only about I don't know, somewhere around about there, but that means that we can now cope with the sort of like wiggly S-bend that our chimney does in the middle. So we can get our 12 kilowatt log burner going, and we can have massive amounts of heat in our lounge, which is brilliant. We can finally get our lounge like toasty hot, and that's brilliant news for us. So yeah, we are this is brilliant. So yeah, once you got the right angle, you just tighten up this bolt really tight, and yeah, it's amazing.
And a week early.
It was supposed to take between 1 and 3 weeks, and it's taken, just over a week, isn't it? So, from the other side of the planet. So, woohoo! Brilliant. Thank you, Amazon. We love you. There you go.
What an ingenious little device this is. Isn't it cool?
Aye.
That'd be nice either on the edge there,
Aye.
or we've still got a bit of that as well, or at the back, like that.
Yeah.
Yay.
Right.
Right. I can't see any smoke, can you?
Well, no obvious sign of smoke so far out of the joints, which is a good sign. It's this one here, which is the worry, basically around that joint there. This joint round the bottom should be very, very tight because I literally bashed that one on with a mallet. So that one there should be incredibly tight, but it's this one here that I'm worried about because basically that one is a sort of like a universal joint. But it's not the smokiest of fires, but CO2 is one of those gases that you can't really see. The joints we were really worried about were this one basically around the universal joint, and that's because the two plates, when they come together, might not sit perfectly together, but as you can see, it's been burning away for, well, a couple of days now, and it is, well, it's brilliant really. And also we're going to touch up round these joints here with a bit of sort of stove blacking to cover up where we put the paste, and also around this one at the top where the paste might show as well, because you have to seal all the joints with sort of like it's a bit like when you cement up your exhaust on a car with a special exhaust paste, but yeah, it just keeps all the joints nice and tight. So yeah, and then there's a sort of like a plate on the top there, so yeah, that stops any sort of smoke coming back down your chimney. So yep, it all sits nice and tight. And also these feet at the bottom of the fire, they have to sit exactly level because your fire is made of cast iron, and cast iron, when it gets very fragile, can get a bit weak. So we made sure that that is sitting dead level. So yeah, it's all important stuff. Whether these fans do actually radiate the heat, I don't know, but I just love watching them, so we might get another. We headed out to the DIY store this morning and we walked up and down all the paint aisles and we picked up all the colour cards like these, and yeah, we couldn't pick a colour, so we're going to head back there after lunch and see if we can try again basically. So yeah, we got yellows, beiges, reds, greens. Yeah, we haven't got a clue really, so well, your guess is as good as ours at the moment, so yeah, we're going to try again. Yeah, haven't got a clue.
Happy days, the green paint has gone. It's now been painted back white. We've done another wall with the lime render, and over in this corner somebody is painting with the terracotta.
Madagascar.
Sorry, Madagascar.
Yeah.
And it's looking a million times better than that green was, that's for sure.
I'm still recovering from green paint trauma, actually. Yeah, that green paint was absolutely horrendous. Whereas this is actually going on like paint. It's actually proper paint.
That's always a bonus, isn't it?
Yeah. It's liquid. It's actually liquid paint.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to get one of these done, and we'll paint the other bit under the lime render as well, so we've got the two colours together. But I'm already liking this a lot better.
Yeah.
Time will tell. So as you can see, this wooden strip here is mahogany, and it's like white at the moment because of the lime render that I managed to get all over it. So I am using said cloth and wiping the wood, and as you can see, the colour of the mahogany is coming through a treat. A little bit of elbow grease, but look at the difference. I love it. It's such a lovely colour. Right, only another half a room to do.
We've been finding it quite hard to get decent wood, so what I've done is I've got some exterior wood which has been treated, and I've run it through the planer, and I'm using those to make the doors. So they're 5 planks wide, but it's just decided to pee it down, and it's only 7 degrees as well, so oh well, never mind, hey. Now all my boards are planed to about 23mm thick. I've got to cut a tongue and groove on the side, and I've got my tongue and groove router. That cuts the tongue and this cuts the groove. That's the idea. I'm not a very good woodworkerist. I'm trying to do it without bashing me thumb. It's what's called a ledge and brace door, but done in a very agricultural style. That's what I call it, rustic. That's the technical style of it.
I think everything in the house is
rustic, yeah. Yeah, very rustic, or rusty or rustic. That's our style. That's our chic.
Chic rusty.
Yeah, chic rusty. Yeah. So yeah, we made the door sort of like to the exact dimension, virtually to the millimetre, and we're gonna trim it to size because it sort of hangs from these runners, and the floor sort of goes downhill, sort of like I don't know what the exact angle is, but it's about a millimetre downhill. So the room is taller on that side than it is on that side, you know, because that's basically
everything's square in this house.
Oh, everything's square in this house. So hopefully the doors don't self-open because yeah, I did actually put the rail up at the top with the laser line. Well, that was the plan anyway. So hopefully the rail at the top is level, but hopefully the doors don't naturally open on their own. Hopefully, we'll see. The door pillar's vertical. The door is perfectly square. I've double checked that. And obviously the Lasgo laser line is perfectly vertical as well. So that leaves the floor being well off of square, and I've checked it with the spirit level, and it obviously is going downhill. And I've double checked with the spirit level, and the spirit level says the track at the top that the door runs on is, as far as I can tell, level. So hopefully my door won't self-open. So that means at the bottom there's going to be a bit of a draft gap. Not really ideal, not what I wanted, but unfortunately unavoidable.
Slide the bottom bit in.
We've got to get it under and through, haven't we?
Oh no, we need to take the top end in first, don't we?
Yeah.
Right.
So we got to go. How did we do it last time? we're in.
Pardon you.
Pardon me.
Ladder.
Ladder.
Excuse me while I get past you.
Yeah, that's one side on. Oh, that's both sides on. It's on the clamps. Good job we cleared the floor, isn't it? Yeah, why is it?
That was me. That was my finger in the way though.
Oh, right.
That's why.
Ooh. We got a working door. There's a load of junk in the way that way though.
You need to put your stops on.
Then we need to go handle shopping. Because I can't.
Can't close it otherwise. Don't knock it off. Oh, it feels warmer already.
Hey, we got 2 doors.
Well done.
Hey. Major move forward this week.
Yeah.
The fire is running.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! There were so many things that actually nearly stopped the the fire getting done before Christmas. Like, well, when we moved into the bedroom upstairs, we discovered that there was sort of like leaks and cracks. The smoke was basically coming into the bedroom upstairs when we took the plaster off. So that basically meant we had to start lining the chimney. So we knew that basically there was major works needed doing before we even moved into this room downstairs. So we knew that lots of lining work needed doing, and then we moved into the loft upstairs and we realised the chimney was falling over, and so that was even before we started decorating in this room. But we knew that major works needed doing.
Yeah, the chimney was in a bit of a state, really, wasn't it?
The chimney really was in a bit of a state. So that was a long time before we even started decorating this room. So, I mean, this is quite a huge chimney. It's 2 metres wide. So we knew an awful lot of work needed doing before we started doing this. And then the fire needed a little bit of renovation work, which wasn't really that big, but
It's supplying the parts for it, wasn't it?
Yeah, they had to come from England, but that wasn't too bad. But yeah, it's when you take on an old house, there are always going to be these little things that causes these little delays.
Yeah. You unearth. You start to do one thing, and then you unearth 2 other things that need doing before you can do that one thing.
There's always this roll on of little delays, add on to another little delay, another little delay, but
But it's worth it.
It is worth it, but this chimney...
I can feel the heat on this
this chimney's been one of those things, but it's here, and it's just in time, just about in time.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. It was a bit close. We did say we were to our neighbour that we were going to get it done for October, but it was so close for Christmas. But we've done it, just about. Well, with the warmth coming off of this thing now.
You got sweat on there, have you?
I've got my coat on still because I've just been outside, but it's toasty here now.
I'm roasting.
So
so we've got a few more things to do, a couple of little bits of things to do in here
now.
And then we'll probably have one for you next week because
I think there's a couple in the pipeline now.
Which means also that I can get the Christmas tree up in here.
The Christmas tree.
Say it like you mean it.
Fake grin.
You love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm so chuffed with the fire though, and I mean it just makes everything so more comfortable, doesn't it?
Yeah. So that is quite a blessing, because we've been basically surviving on this little tiny open fire in the dining room, which you have to just keep feeding with these logs, and the logs just put this minuscule amount of heat just straight up the chimney.
Yeah.
And then you have to run outside and chop another log for it just to go straight up the chimney.
The difference actually is, for what we've put in this fire, and what we've put on the open fire, it's like 5 times more on the open fire than in here. This is so economical.
Yeah, in comparison, it's so it's brilliant. So
so another jobbed.
Another job,
really
finally jobbed.
Oh,
yeah,
look at that. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move my chair in and just sit in front of the fire now.
Yeah. So, anyway, folks, as usual, give us a bit of the old like and subscribe.
He does like that.
I does love a bit of that. And
we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.